in the next 2 to 3 years. We do also have other independent power producers, 2 of them, geothermal. There is wind, I think about 3. We have crossed in negotiations with about 3 wind energy producers, meaning that in the years to come, we will see a lot of diversified sources of power in form of geothermal, wind, thermal, biomass, hydro. And that way we will be able to mitigate the challenges of the weather changes, because when we have bad weather, we'll be able to resort to utilization of thermal. The other good story about this thermal plant is that this plant is being done in such a way that it can also use natural gas. And as you may have noted, there is a very good story. There are some prospects of natural gas production in this country. You know, there is even potential for production of fuel. And therefore, what I can say is the future is very bright for this country. We are going to have adequate power. We are going to have diversified sources of power. And more than that, we are likely to even have most of these thermal plants using our natural resources in form of fossil fuels, natural gas, and other forms of energy. Within this period, we are saying that we have been able to close about 5 power plants. And when you say you have closed, it means that the financial closure has been achieved, meaning that the power plants have actually been funded. We have closed this one. This is GAF. We have Thika Power Plant is almost to start production in the next 3 to 4 months. We've closed Triumph. Again, that one is already starting to develop or to actually put up the plant. We have closed All Power 4, which is a geothermal plant in Okaria. And of course, KenGen is doing the 280 megawatts using concessional funding from World Bank and other associated lenders. So the lenders are very excited about this country. If they were not, it would have been very difficult to close to do financial closures for all these power plants. There is also a viable skill for negotiations of the power plant. We've got a very highly skilled technical team in Kenya Power which is able to undertake the negotiations. That's why we have been able to close in all these negotiations, and we are now just waiting for the implementation and offtake of power as soon as the power plant is put up. Good prospects.
Gulf Power is an 80 megawatt independent power producer located in Athi River. Athi River is an industrial city just about 15 kilometers to the southeast of Nairobi, and the plant is located right in the middle of the industrial part of Athi River. But also what is interesting is that there's quite a bit of a development of residential neighborhood in the area. And the plant actually happens to sit between the Nairobi load center and the emerging load center that is going to be Konza City. So we are very excited that we will have a part to play in meeting the energy requirements of the country and this exciting part of the country. The plant, being a diesel plant, means that it can very quickly respond to changing demand patterns of power. You know, if today you switch on a huge demand, like let's say a factory comes on immediately, it's very difficult to respond with a hydro plant, because a hydro plant has to run continuously. Otherwise, you can't just go and cut off the water supply on and off at wish. And unfortunately, a consumer's demand for power cannot be restricted by the generation side. So you find that in any economy, there is the need to have diesel plants, because you can bring them on within minutes of a demand center. That actually helps keep the grid stable. As a company, this project has been 4 years in development. First, a few months, about 8 months or up to a year, before the bids, and post-bid the challenges that we've gone through basically in a typical project finance type of a structure, arranging the debt, getting the securities in place, negotiating with at least 5 or 6 different counterparties from the lenders based all over the world, to the environmental people, to the regulator, to the off-taker who is our customer, KPLC. And all that has now closed, and that's why we're here today breaking ground. Yep.
This is a nice project that we have been waiting for, as I said, for the last 4 years. And it is a good project that is going to help us meet some of the challenges that we have in this country. And as you know, Kenyans persistently relies on some emergency power plants. Emergency power plants are very expensive for the economy of this country. If you compare them to the diesel or the diesel power plants, they are almost about 3 times as expensive as the medium speed diesel power plants. And this is one of the projects that is part of the long-term plan in the energy sector and also the electrical power sector, whose objective is to meet certain requirements as we strive to Vision 2030. This country can only grow on the basis of adequate and reliable power, power that is going to help us support our industries without frequent blackouts, power that is will be available, affordable whenever we need it. It's our hope that it will really support all the good things. This place is very strategic. It is very near an industrial area, the Athi River. We have a few upcoming developments near Athi River. There are quite a number of real estate developments. And it is a project that everybody has dreamed about. We are using one of the best contractors in the world to build the power plant, Wärtsilä Finland. Wärtsilä Finland have done other power plants here. They have done Kipevu 1 in Mombasa, Kipevu 3 still in Mombasa. They have done a big part of Iber-Africa. Iber-Africa has been there for the last 15 years in this country. They have also done another power plant in Mombasa. So we are sure that the contractor, the main contractor, will be able to do a good job. We know that they also subcontracted other contractors who are also able, who have also participated in other power plants. And we look forward to a very sound and well-engineered power plant that is not going to give us a lot of problems during operations. We have also contracted Wärtsilä East Africa to do our operations and maintenance of the power plant. We have signed a 10-year contract with Wärtsilä East Africa, who also have a lot of experience. As you know, Wärtsilä East Africa has been running servo power for the last 15 years. It has run without problems, and the same company will also run and operate, will operate and maintain this power plant, and we have taken this. So otherwise, that's all.